My name's Chad McKay, and we're in my workroom. This is where I create all of my clothing and my ideas and stuff. I have a lot of stuff in here to create clothes and bring my visions to life. So how I came up with my name, I had actually another name in mind, but I decided that I wanted to do something different. The original idea I had was Zenith Mindset, but like not a lot of people know what Zenith means. So I decided to go with the Chad clothing brand because people will ask, oh, Chad, do you mean like the Chad? Or like sometimes I'd see someone, I'd be like, Chris? Like the Chris? You know what I mean? So like, I don't know, I thought that would be cool. It's kind of like a meme in a way too, like, you know, like Chad, the name Chad and stuff. So I went with it, started coming up with designs and ideas, and right off the bat, you know. This is the shirt right here. One of the first shirts I actually made. I got Precision Design to make it for me. The design idea, like I literally drew this up on a piece of paper. I think it's in this one. Because I was going through different ideas and designs and stuff. Oh yeah, right here. And then this is it. Like, this is where it all came to life. Like, see, I was going through a bunch of different ideas. What kind of inspired me to start to make clothing was I wanted to incorporate a way to make an income off of my art. And I was thinking, like, how can I do this? And because I want to be an artist, like that's like my goal, my dream. And I'm like, why don't I put my art onto clothing, and then I could kind of make it into like a clothing brand, and then do something different with it that will kind of like inspire others. Sometimes I get inspiration from like TV shows or like movies, or sometimes I'm at work and I'll just have like a random idea pop into my head and I'll be like, whoa, like I gotta write it down, and I'll start writing it down. And then sometimes I get inspiration from like seeing other artists on like Instagram. Kid Super, he's a huge inspiration for like all of the fashion community. I just admire his risk-taking abilities, and like he does stuff that like no one does, you know? So like I've always admired that. I seen the vision he had and like the excitement he had for it, and I'm just like, yo, like it was just so inspiring. I've always gravitated to his work because he does exactly what I do. Like he puts his art on the clothing, and like his art's amazing. Like he does paintings and like cut and sew, and it's just next level stuff, you know? And like when I first came across him, I'm like, this is literally what I want to do. I look at him and I try and figure out like what he did to be so successful, and also from like watching his content and his videos and like going down his Instagram page. I was kind of against social media for a while because I could kind of see like the negative effects it has on people, but I also see like the positive effects it has on people. I guess it all depends like what you're looking at. But I know that it can really broaden your fan base and like the followers and everything by just like being consistent, and you can connect with people like not just from your city but like all around the world and everything. So being more consistent and doing like the reels and the TikTok and all that stuff, it's really helped with like getting the brand out there. It seems that in order to be somewhat successful, like that almost seems like the path you have to take, you know? But if I can create good art and get those numbers too, like, you know what I mean, who knows what I can accomplish. And the next drop, like I want to like take it to the next level, and then like do like a lot more advertising, like better marketing. So I feel like people don't know like how much time and effort goes into certain like projects that I do. So they see like how much I'm charging, and they're like, damn, that's way too much, you know? But I tried to like lower my prices as much as I can. I'm trying and make it as reasonable as possible. But when I'm working like 20 hours on a piece, you know what I mean? Like that's a lot of time, you know? And if I'm only charging myself $10 an hour, and then plus there's like supplies, and then like the fabric, so like the hoodies itself, you know, and then you've got to pay for the shipping. Like there's like a lot to it in the end. Sometimes like because I'm trying to be so like reasonable, I might not make much at all, like, or even anything. And then it's like, why am I doing that? You know what I mean? I gotta like raise the price a little bit. Eventually when I find like new sources and like I'm able to like actually get like quality manufacturers to like produce my ideas at like a lower cost and everything, then I can like lower the prices. Music has influenced me a huge amount, because the lyrics that some of these artists are saying are just so inspiring, and like they're telling you to like follow your dreams and to like take risks and to be different and step out of your comfort zone and stuff. You listen to like mainstream and they're rapping about fucking drugs and hoes and all this stuff, you know what I mean, and money and everything. It sounds good and the beats are cool, but like you're not getting any like good fucking messages from it, you know? It's all stuff that's kind of like degrading and like not as inspiring, you know? To listen to artists like Flatbush Zombies, The Underachievers, and Katski. Katski's incredible. I love Katski. Denzel Curry. Like there's so many different artists I can name right now. And even like local artists too, like Sound Syndrome, like Bold Noise, No Filter Records. Like I could keep going. There's so many artists out there that are incredible. All I know is that I'm just really happy to connect with the local artists, and then also like listen to the artists that have inspired me throughout the years. Like I've been listening to Underachievers since I was like 12. The song came on, it was Herb Shuttles. I'm like, what is this? Like this sounds like cool, different, you know what I mean? Like, it was all about smoking weed, but the other message they were portraying was like to like open your mind and like to be different and meditate and like all this stuff. I went from listening to that song to like the rest of their music, and then I went from listening to them to like listening to Flatbush Zombies. I found out about Flatbush Zombies, found so much inspiration from them and like the positive message that they're putting out, and I want to like do that because I see like what they've done to their fans. Like you can look in the comments and like, you've saved my life, you've changed my life, you've made such a good positive impact on my life. If I can do something similar with my art and my clothing, like that's like the dream come true, you know? Everything that I'm doing right now is not just for me, but I'm doing it for everyone else because I really want to like be that person that can inspire others to like take those risks and like step out of their comfort zone. And I feel like the energy you put out into the world is important, you know? So if you're putting out negative energy, you might affect someone in a negative way. But if you're putting out positive energy, you're gonna influence people to be more happy, affect them in a positive way. So I just try my best to stay as positive as I can because I like living a positive life. This past year, 2022, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, this is the year, like everything happens, you know? And in a way it was, because I was at my lowest point. I used that pain and turned it into something like constructive and positive, and like figure out a way to use that energy into something that I can create. Like I created some like the coolest pieces I find when I was in those dark times. My purpose is to like influence those to go for it, you know, and just do it. It could be anything. Like we could do anything in this world.